Okay, so this is step number 3, and you may notice that the cube looks a little bit different, and I did that on purpose just because I wanted to make sure that I demonstrate how to get headlights if you don't have a set of headlights. So I reworked the cube a little bit just so I did not have headlights. So these are not headlights, these are not headlights, these are not headlights, and these are not headlights. So I'm going to show you how to go ahead and get a set of headlights, and then we'll just pick up from there. So this is step number 3. So to get a set of headlights, you're going to go just hold it just like this and go to our U, to our UI, to R, and then turn it once and go to our UI, to our U, to R. Okay, so that did not affect these corners that we just placed. Okay, so this corner and this corner is correct, this corner and this corner is correct, but it reshuffled stuff up here. So if you notice, we have a set of headlights right now. Okay, so these are headlights. Obviously, there's no piece here for it to be a headlight, but if you're looking at this one and this one, that's not a headlight. That's not. These two are not headlights, and these two are not headlights, but these two are. So keep them to the left. Okay, so that's how you get the headlights, and just go the same thing to our U, to our UI, to R, turn the cube, to our UI, to our U, to R. Okay, so again, these two pieces have not been affected. These two pieces not been affected, but now we have headlights all the way around. So these two are headlights, these two are headlights, these two are headlights, and these two are headlights. And of course, it just happened to work out where the green is in its correct position, that's in its correct position, that's in its correct position, that's in its correct position. Okay, I didn't plan that, but if you need to, and more than likely you're going to have to do these adjacent edge swaps to get these into their correct positions. So for example, if I wanted to switch this piece with this piece, I would go to our U, to our U, to our 1, 2, to our 1, 2, to our U, to our UI, to R. Okay, so you see how this piece swapped with the white piece that's in there. I don't know if you can make out that there's a white piece in there. Okay, so that's how you swap these center pieces out. And remember, you can only do that with one piece facing you and one to the right. Okay, so if you wanted to swap this white out with this yellow, then you'd have to have the white here and the yellow facing you. But we don't want that, So let's just swap these two back so that everything's correct. So again, we're going to go to our U, to our U, to our 1, 2, to our 1, 2, to our U, to our UI, to R. Okay, so that's how we swap these two pieces out. Now you can also do the opposite edge swap where you can swap this piece and this piece, or this piece and this piece, just by simply going to our 1, 2, to our 1, 2, to our 1, 2. Okay, so that swapped this piece and this piece. Okay, if you wanted to swap this piece and this piece, you just keep it like this and do the same algorithm, and then those two pieces would swap. But we don't want to do that. Let's just swap these two back with to our 1, 2, to our 1, 2, to our 1, 2. Okay, so pretty good. Let's go ahead and move on to step number 4. Okay, so in step number 4, I'm going to show you how to solve these two corners and these two corners. And we're going to do that by taking them from the top over here. Okay, so remember that this bottom side is orange. So we're looking for orange pieces up here. So we have 1, 2, 3 orange pieces up here that we need to deal with. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn, and it's all going to be based off of the right side. So this side right here. Okay, so you always want an orange piece up here. So here we're going to say we have orange, green. Okay, so what this is telling me is that I want a green piece right here. So let's just continue turning this until I have a green piece right there. Okay, so just to recap, we have on the right side, this is the right side, we have an orange piece because we're dealing with orange. Okay, I'm looking to the right and I'm saying, okay, well, this is green. So I want a green down here. So I just rotate until a green shows up right there. So it's green to green. Yellow to green and green to yellow. Okay, so this is opposite of this color and this color. So what we're going to do is go 2R, U, 2R, UI, 2R. Okay, so the piece that was here is now here and it's placed correctly. Green to green, yellow to yellow. Okay, so let's put another green orange piece up here. So we can either put this one or this one, doesn't matter. This time we'll put this one. Okay, so remember the other one was jetting out to the side, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so like let's, for example, this one right here, if I were to put this one, it's still on the right side. Okay, this one's just jetting out. If I put this one here, it's going to be flush, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so let's just use this one. We have an orange on the right side, orange, yellow. Okay, so I want a yellow piece right there. The yellow piece is right here. Okay, now keep in mind that when I first did this, the cube was not in parity. Okay, but it is in parity now. And what I mean by parity is these two greens belong over here, and these two blues belong over here. That's why you always want to keep it on the right side, because this is going to be switching in and out of parity. Okay, so these two pieces and these two pieces would be switching in and out of parity. So you always want to keep the parity on your right side. Okay, so again, we're dealing with orange, yellow. We have an orange, yellow piece right here. We're going to do the same algorithm, and then these are going to switch back out of parity. Okay, 2R U, 2R UI, 2R. Okay, so the cube is out of parity because these two pieces are correct and these two pieces are correct. And the piece that was here is now right there and is placed correctly. Yellow, yellow, and blue to blue. Okay, so we have two more pieces, orange pieces up here. We have this one and this one. Okay, so let's just go with this one just because it's here. Orange, white. So I want a white piece right there. So we'll just keep turning this until a white piece shows up. We are in parity, or out of parity right now. Well, once we do this, this piece will be placed correctly, and then these two will be in parity. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this done. We have yellow, orange on top, white on the right, and white down here, so everything's set up correctly. 2R U, 2R UI, 2R. Okay, the pieces placed correctly, white to white, green to green. We are in parity. Okay, so these are in parity with these. And we have one orange piece left. Okay, so now this is where it becomes critical that you understand that you're in parity. So once you do this again, you're going to be out of parity. Okay, so that's good. But there might be a case, and remember there's blue, so we want to turn it to a blue. So once we do this, we have the orange, blue, blue to blue, right? White to blue, blue to white. So everything's set up. It's in parity right now. Once we do this, this piece is going to be placed correctly, and it's going to be out of parity. Okay, so but let's say that this was not in parity. Okay, well, then what you could do is you can move this off to the side, do the algorithm. Okay, it would basically, you'd be essentially putting a dummy piece in, and then you would turn the correct piece in, and then do the algorithm again, and then the cube would be solved. So sometimes you can put a dummy piece in, but it's easier to show you than to explain it. So let's just go ahead and do this. To our U, to our UI, to R. Okay, so this piece is correct and this is correct. Okay, so let's go to the second alternative of what might come up. So let's just say that and remember, we're dealing with the orange pieces, all right? We're still dealing with the orange. We want to place this one here. But if I do it this way, and I just go ahead and do this algorithm, well then, this is going to end up being in parity with these, okay? And so the way you can avoid a parity situation right now is just by simply taking this correct piece, which is correct piece, correct position. Let's move this out of the way. Okay, we're just going to put it right here, and we're going to put a dummy piece in here. And the reason that we're going to be putting this dummy piece in is because we want to encourage the parity, so that when there is a parity, then we can put the correct piece in the correct position, and then do the algorithm again, and the correct piece will find its way down here, and the parity will have solved itself. So right now we're just going to move the correct piece out of the way. So we're just going to keep it right there. We're going to put this dummy piece in, put it in parity, right? To our U, to our UI, to R. Okay, so the dummy piece is in, and we're in parity. So these two are in parity with these two. And now we're going to take the correct piece, put it in the correct position. Then we're going to do the algorithm. This will go here, be correct, and then these two will flip. Okay, so to our U, to our UI, to R. Okay, great. So that worked out. Okay, so in step 5, we're going to show you how to solve the top now. Okay, and again, we're looking for headlights. So white and white, of course, that's a headlight. And we're going to keep that to our left. And this time we're going to use the traditional headlight algorithm. So if you have headlights, keep them to your left. If you don't have headlights, go ahead and do this traditional headlight algorithm until you get a set. And then just keep them to your left, and then you'll be all caught up with where I'm at right now. Okay, so keeping it to the left, we're going to go to our U, to our UI, to our UI, D, to our UI, to our U, to R. Okay, and we're going to turn this D move back with the DI. And now we have headlights here, 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 and here. Okay. So if you like, I'd like for you to turn it so that each color is on their respective side. Okay, so blue to blue, yellow, yellow, green to green, and white to white. And now what we're looking to do is we want to get all these center pieces in their correct position. Okay, so here we can do an opposite edge swap where we take this blue and we can put it right there. Okay, so the yellow is not going to be correct, but we don't care. We just want to make sure that we get a blue there. So we'll just go ahead and go to our 1, 2, to our 1, 2, to our 1, 2. Okay, so the blue went there and the yellow went there. We are in parity right now. Okay, so that means anytime you're in parity, you want to make sure you keep that parity to your right. Okay, and let's go ahead and put this green into place. So let's turn this green so it's facing me. Because remember, the only two pieces that are going to be affected is the one that's facing you and the one that's to the right. Okay. So we'll take this green and we'll do an adjacent edge swap with this yellow. And we'll do this adjacent edge swap algorithm. 2RU, 2RU, 2R12, 2R12, 2RU, 2RUI, 2R. Okay. And now that green is correct. And the last thing we need to do is do another adjacent edge or opposite edge swap and flip this yellow and exchange it with this white. Okay, because we want this is the yellow side over here, right? So we want a yellow centerpiece, and this is the white side over here, and we want a white centerpiece. So let's go ahead and go opposite edge swap. 2R12, 2R12, 2R1. And that got us where we need to be, where we have the yellow center and the yellow corners, and everything else is all set up. Now, obviously, we're in parity, okay? So sometimes you can't avoid this parity situation, but to get this parity situation squared away, if you are in parity, you're going to hold it so that the parity is one is to your left and the other one's to your right, okay? And we're going to go splitting it right in the middle. We're going to go up to R2, F2, up to 1, 2, F2, R2, up 2. Okay, so that completes the step 1 through 5 to be able to get it back in a cuboid form. And basically what we accomplished was starting with the orange, we had step 1 was we got these two pieces together, these two pieces together, these two pieces together, and these two pieces together on the orange side. We then flipped it over and we had these two pieces and we got these two pieces. Step number 3 was to get these two pieces, the center. The next step 4 was to get these two pieces, and then step 5 was to complete the top like we just did. And if you had parity, I showed you how to get out of parity. Okay, so this is picking up part number 2 on how to solve the 3x4x5. And again, you're really going to need to know how to solve this 2x3x4 and study those videos that I made because this cube is essential in knowing how to solve this one. So I went over everything in really good detail with this cube. So everything that you learned here, you're going to be able to translate here. Okay, so let's see what we can find. Right off the bat, I see that we have 3 orange pieces right here, right? So let's just go ahead and put those orange pieces in, okay? And remember, I told you that you're going to have to really experiment around here and see what really works for you. And it may look like you're screwing the cube up, but you'll never know unless you do your experiments here. Okay, so see the red piece right here? Okay, well, I see that there's an orange piece there. So what I can do is a setup move where I'm going to take this orange piece and put it right there. Okay, and you're just gonna have to go with this, man. Let's go ahead and flip this piece with this piece. All right, so using the exact same algorithms that I showed you in this cube, let's just go ahead and utilize them in this one. All right, so we're gonna be switching this piece and this piece. Up to R2, F2, up to F2, R2, up to F2. Okay. So this piece and this piece just switch. Now these pieces also switch. So let's switch this one and this one back. So remember, this time we're gonna use this as the F. Okay, not both, just this one. So we're gonna go up to R2, F2, up to F2, R2, up to F2. Okay, and now we can undo this setup move that we did. Okay, so now we got these pieces squared away with these pieces. Okay, so let's have another look around. Okay, it looks like these two pieces can flip with these two pieces. So let's go ahead and do a setup move. This time we'll do it from the left. And let's see. Okay, let's go. This time we're going to cut it right in half, and we're going to use these two as the F. So up to R2, and let's just make sure I did this right. Yeah, we're going to cut it right in half. We're going to go up to R2, F2, up to 1, 2, F2, R2, up 2. Okay. And then we're going to switch it with these pieces Okay. And we're going to go, and remember, this is the X pattern where this one goes here, this one goes here, this one goes here, and this one goes here. And we're going to split it right in half. And then this time the F is just going to be this right here. We're going to go up to R2, F2, up to 1, 2, F2, R2, up 2. Okay, these two swapped out. Let's undo the setup move. All right, and now we have these two pieces and these two pieces that we need to deal with. And let's see. Let me figure out how to do this. Yeah, okay, so let's turn that. Okay. It looks like, yeah, okay. We can swap this one, or this one goes here, and this one goes here, this one goes here, and this one goes there. And it seems like everything was going to be semi-correct if I do this. Let's just go ahead and split it right up here in the middle, or right here. We're going to go up to R2, F2, up to 1, 2, F2, R2, up 2. Okay, and we're going to bring this back. Yep. Okay, and now we can take these two and put them over here. And let's give this a try, where these two are going to swap with these two. Up to R2, F2, up to 1, 2, F2, R2, up 2. Let's swap these two out. Up to R2, F2, up to 1, 2, F2, R2, up 2. Swap this back. And now this one just needs to be swapped out with this one. Setup move. Okay, this one. So up to R2, F2, up to F2, R2, up to F2. Swap this one, up to R2, F2, up to F2, R2, up to F2, and swap this back. Okay. And now it looks like this one needs to be swapped with this one needs to be swapped with this one, and vice versa. So up to R2, F2, up to 1, 2, F2, R2, up 2. And the cube is solved. So now you understand why it's so important that you need to know how to solve this cube before you can really start tackling this one. And, to be honest with you, I haven't touched a cube in about 3 weeks. Haven't looked at one, haven't touched one, just went into this one ice cold. I probably could have gotten it solved a little bit faster if I, had been practicing, but, the point is, though, that, once you have the foundation, it doesn't really matter if you, haven't touched a cube in a week or 3 months. You're still going to be able to figure this out. So, you just may not be able to get there as quickly. But, go ahead and check the tutorial out for this cube. And listen, I'm telling you, everything that you need to know to be able to solve this one is in this tutorial right here. Oh, all right, let's go on to part number 3 and do some odds and ends stuff on this one.